Hey, welcome back to Black Lake Garage. Well, we got fuel system problems on this Ranger, and it's actually a lot of it's in the original design of this thing. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and well, let's get into it. As you can see here, I have the entire fuel system laid out here on the sidewalk from this Ranger. It ended up springing a couple leaks, which that's not a big deal. You can fix lines, and make lines. But you see this here? This is what Ford called a fuel reservoir. And it's part of the system, and it was necessary for the original design because you had a low pressure pump in the tank, you had a high pressure pump on the frame rail, and sometimes under hard acceleration or something, this pump would pull more gas than the low pressure pump could provide at times. That's where this reservoir come in. That way it could never run dry and stall the motor out or anything. Now, some of these, in the early ones, had a fuel filter inside of them. Let me take this cap off. Now, as you can see, mine did. And you can see it was horrible. And also look very closely, if it'll show up. E6, that's the original filter. It had never been changed. I mean, look in the housing. Okay. That's not a big deal. I got a new filter and stuff for it. It can be changed. But here's the problem. Inside this reservoir, there's two check valves. You can see that one, and you see that one's kind of MIA and turned sideways. That's a problem, which that one's not in the correct place, but it's a little closer. That one's turned sideways. You cannot buy this reservoir anymore. You haven't been able to buy this reservoir in a long time. Finding a good used one in the junkyard is pretty impossible. Or finding one at all is impossible, but finding a good one is really impossible. People have tried to, because the F-150s used one similar, but there's more outlets and stuff. It's not quite the same. So I want to try something else. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We're going to have to modify some things, and it's going to take some work, but it's worth a shot. Because let's face it, if this doesn't work, this truck is junk. I mean, if you can't fix the fuel system, what good is it? I mean, unless you want to V8 swap it or something, but I really don't want to do that to this truck. So let me show you what I'm going to attempt, and we'll see if it works. What we're going to attempt, see this box? By 1991, Ford had went to a high pressure in-tank pump. Of course, sanding unit and stuff's different, but I want to try to fit this high pressure pump in that tank, make all new fuel lines, eliminate this, eliminate that, make new fuel. Probably what I'll do is mount a fuel filter in place of that, because the tank was iffy, but you can't buy a tank for these things. And God, that fuel filter there is hard to get to. I might leave that one where it is, not sure yet on that one, but then make all new lines to the end. I'm being dead honest with you. I don't know if this will work or not, but succeed or fail, you're going to see either way. Now, you can see I went to Amazon, got 2 rolls of fuel line. One's 5/16, one's 3/8, because those are 5/16 and 3/8. Okay, hold up right there. I said one of the lines was 3/8 and one of the lines was 5/16. Actually, they are both. The supply and return are 5/16. Where it throws you off is where it comes out of the tank. The supply is a 3/8 fitting that next down to a 5/16 line. So when you look at that, it looks like it's 3/8, 5/16. No, they're both 5/16 lines on this truck. Just that one fitting is 5/16. The other one is 3/8. That next down to 5/16. So I just want to clarify that. I got fittings, fuel filter, band clamp pliers. There's all kinds of junk in here. Of course, no, most people hate trying to put these fittings into those lines. So, luckily on Amazon, they also have this nifty little tool that you put the hose in through this end and it clamps down on it. Then you insert your fitting, which actually I think it goes in this piece here. I'm pretty sure. I think it's that right there, maybe. Something like that. Or wait a minute, I got it upside down now. Something like that. But anyway, and then supposedly as it grips the hose, you clamp that forward and it shoves it in. It's supposed to work. Whether or not it does, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Alright, so here's the best way that I have found to use this thing to put the ends in. Put your tube in. You gotta put it in the correct size hole, but for whatever size line you're using. Tighten it down as tight as you can get it. It won't crush it. It just might be a little difficult because I've already bent this tube. Now while that's in there, I take the heat gun, put it on low, and just let it blow on that tube some. And take some lube and spray the end of your fitting. Spin this around there. Like so. And just line it up. And push it in. And there you go. There. That easy. And then, just for extra precaution, I'm taking these band clamps, putting on here. I think they're actually called ear clamps. And clamp her down. It's that easy. Alright, now one of the last things to do is take this old stock low pressure pump out, and we're going to be replacing it with a Bosch 69102, which should be the high pressure pump for like a 91 model. Need that rubber back. Does that fit? Yeah, it fits, kinda, sorta. There we go. Let me clean that up right fast. Alright, I run into our first, it ain't a major problem, but you can see right here, I'm going to have to trim some off of this pickup tube so I can put the rubber hose connecting the fuel pump to the pickup tube, but I want to trim some of that off there. So I'll be right back. Alright, I just put gas in this thing. I want to cycle the key a few times back and forth to work any air out of the system, then we'll give it a go, see what it does. Because I honestly have no idea if it's going to work, if it's going to squirt gas everywhere. I don't know what's going to happen. Alright, we're going to try it. It's alive. I don't see any fuel spraying so far. Well, believe it or not, we're going to test drive this thing. Old Henry's going to hit the road once again. We'll see what happens, because I really don't know what to expect. You ready? Like George Thorogood says, and away we go. Well, as soon as this last car goes by anyway. Now away we go. Well, one more. Come on, you peckerhead. Now away we go. Yeah, I probably should have cleaned the windshield. Well, so far so good. Just taking a nice leisurely cruise around the countryside. Especially since these tires were, I date coded them, the tires were made in 2014. So they're only 12 years old. And out of the junkyard. Get out of the road, old woman, before you get hit by the cow catcher on the front. So far, it's running cool. We got half a tank of bush water. And we're back home. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. You know, this is a pretty good old truck. I mean, yeah, the tires are old and they're kind of bouncy, but they're 12 years old and harder than granite underwear. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, brakes work good, didn't overheat, no knocking or pecking from the motor, no smoking. I mean, it's a good truck. I'm surprised. Although, you know, it's looking a little rough these days where it sits so long. So we might have to do something about that. I need to pressure wash it, and then we might address the body a little later. But for right now, we're just going to enjoy it. It's not hard on gas. It's a good truck. I'm surprised. Old Henry come through. I mean, who would have thought? An El Cheapy Amazon fuel line kit, modifying a hanger and a pump, solved all that problem. We're good to go now. So, I appreciate y'all watching. Hey, be sure and hit the thumbs up. Hype! Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Me and the folks will be back with another one. And listen to more Goose Creek. See you.